When stars come out and skies turn deep, it's time for hearts to softly keep the love of God, both big and small, to share with others, one and all. Be kind to friends, both near and far. God sees your heart just where you are. A smile, a hurt, a hug, a gentle word can spread His love through all the world. Your God loves hearts that shine, not stun. Show tenderness, that's all, not stun. The quiet ones who help, not stun. Show tenderness that shine, not there. When someone stumbles, who help with care.
The sacrifice of Abraham.
In the ancient lands of Canaan, under the vast, star-dusted sky, lived a man named Abraham. He was a man of great faith, chosen by God to be the father of many nations. God had promised him a son, even in his old age, and that son, Isaac, was a testament to God's miraculous power. Abraham loved Isaac dearly. He was the son of his old age, a precious gift, and the very heir to God's promise. Isaac brought immense joy and laughter to Abraham and his wife, Sarah, filling their tent with warmth and hope for the future generations. One quiet morning, as the first rays of sun painted the desert sky, God called out to Abraham, testing the depth of his devotion. Abraham, the divine voice resonated, a command that stirred his soul. Abraham, ever obedient, replied. Here I am. His heart, though, held a quiet tremor, sensing the gravity of the moment. He knew God's voice, and he knew it held purpose. God's words followed, clear and solemn. Take your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on a mountain. I will show you. A profound silence fell. Abraham's heart ached with an unimaginable sorrow. The command was to sacrifice Isaac, the child of promise, the son through whom all nations would be blessed. How could this be? God, who had given Isaac, now asked for him back in such a devastating way. Confusion, grief, and a bewildering sense of despair warred within Abraham. Yet his faith remained an unyielding anchor. Despite the turmoil, Abraham did not question God's will. He believed that God, in his infinite wisdom, would provide a way, or even raise Isaac from the dead, for God's promises could not be broken. Early the next morning, Abraham rose with a heavy heart, but a resolute spirit. He saddled his donkey, cut wood for the burnt offering, and set out with Isaac and 2 of his servants. The journey to Moriah began. For 3 days, they traveled, each step taking Abraham closer to the ultimate test of his faith. Isaac, innocent and trusting, walked by his father's side, unaware of the immense trial that lay ahead. On the 3rd day, Abraham looked up and saw the place God had spoken of in the distance, a mountain shrouded in a quiet solemnity. His heart clenched, but his determination did not falter. He turned to his servants, instructing them, "Stay here with the donkey while I and the boy go over there. We will worship, and then we will come back to you." Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering and laid it on Isaac's shoulders. He himself carried the fire and the knife. Together, father and son walked on, a poignant procession up the mountain. As they ascended, Isaac, with childlike curiosity, spoke to his father. "Father?" he asked. his voice clear in the still morning air. Abraham replied, "Yes, my son." Isaac continued, "The fire and the wood are here, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" His innocent question pierced Abraham's soul, a stark reminder of the sacrifice he was about to make. Abraham's voice, though perhaps strained, was filled with unwavering faith as he answered, "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering." My son. He held on to hope, believing in God's provision. They reached the summit, the designated place. Abraham built an altar there, carefully arranging the wood as he had done countless times before for other sacrifices. But this time, it was different. With trembling hands and a heart torn between love and obedience, Abraham bound his beloved son, Isaac. Isaac, in his profound trust, did not resist, submitting to his father's solemn actions. Abraham then laid Isaac on the altar. On top of the wood, the moment of truth had arrived, a silent testament to the depth of his faith and his absolute surrender to God's will. He reached out his hand and took the knife, ready to slay his son. His eyes, though filled with tears, reflected a profound trust that God would somehow make good on his promise. But just as his hand was poised, a voice from heaven, clear and urgent, called out to him, "Abraham, Abraham." It was the angel of the Lord, intervening at the very last moment. "Here I am," Abraham responded, his heart pounding, his hand still holding the knife, his gaze fixed on the angel. The angel commanded, "Do not lay a hand on the boy. Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son." Relief washed over Abraham, immense and overwhelming. His faith had been proven, and God had seen his obedient heart. He had been willing to sacrifice his most precious possession. Abraham looked up, and there, caught in a thicket by its horns, was a ram. God had indeed provided the lamb for the offering, just as Abraham had believed and prophesied. Abraham went over, and took the ram and sacrificed it as a burnt offering instead of his son. The smoke ascended, a sweet aroma of obedience and profound faith. The angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time from heaven, reiterating God's promise and blessing him for his unwavering obedience. "Because you have done this, and have not withheld your son, your only son, I will surely bless you. I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and as the sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of their enemies, and through your offspring all nations on earth will be blessed, because you have obeyed me." Abraham and Isaac then returned to their servants, and together they journeyed back to Beersheba, their hearts full of awe and gratitude for God's mercy and faithfulness. The story of Abraham's sacrifice on Mount Moriah stands as an eternal testament to unwavering faith and absolute obedience. It teaches us that true faith means trusting God completely, even when His commands are difficult to understand. It also shows us God's faithfulness. He always provides, and never asks for more than we can give, ultimately rewarding those who put their trust in Him. Abraham's story echoes through time, a powerful lesson of devotion.
When stars come out